Hey everybody, Orbold here. If you've been following my game blog over the last week and a half, you may have been aware of the fact that Fire Emblem Awakening was delayed a couple of days, which is a bit of annoying considering the impending blizzard that stemmed to the northeast last weekend. But fortunately for me, my pre-order came in on the day before the blizzard started, and I was able to get it. In about 31 hours after I started playing the game, I finished my first playthrough of Fire Emblem Awakening, which is all kinds of awesome. Um, Now, mind you, Fire Emblem Awakening went live, the digital version for download from the eShop on February 4th, but the vast majority of people that purchased the game either pre-ordered the game or they just wanted to have a physical copy. I mean, I have nothing against digital downloads. I mean, obviously, I have a PSP Go, so I download a lot of games from the PlayStation Network, and naturally, I've downloaded more than a few games on my Xbox game system as well, and that's not even going to the nearly 100 downloads I've done on the Wii Shop channel. But when it comes to games like Fire Emblem, for the most part, I prefer to own a physical copy. I mean, me personally, I like having a physical copy when it comes to those kinds of big games because you're not restricted to just playing them with one system. If you want to, you can just take the cartridge out of one system and put it in another one. Whereas with a digital download, it's pretty much locked to your account, or in the case of Nintendo, locked to one game system. And I like being able to play my games on any system I like. So anyway, yeah, I finally got my hands on Fire Emblem Awakening, and on the off chance you guys haven't seen my Fire Emblem Awakening review, you might want to go and check it out. It's pretty lengthy, but for those of you that hate spoilers, don't read the last 2.5 paragraphs, and you'll be good. Seeing as I pre-ordered the game through GameStop, I did get the art book, which is all kinds of awesome, and I just want to say something to those that chose to download this game because they either didn't want to wait or because, according to them, you can find these same color pages online. The print media is not a dying art. The print media is not a dying medium. I mean, there are libraries and there are bookstores, and that shows that even though we are now in the age of ebooks, people still want to be able to have a physical copy of their reading material, I mean, the thing's just beautiful. I mean, you got scenes like this, and by the way, this is epic spoilers once you start playing about halfway through the game. In terms of who that masked person is, I think I spoiled it in the review, so if you don't want to know who this person claimed to be Martha is in the game, just don't read the last 2.5 paragraphs of the of my review on WordPress. Here's the curve. Here's the case for Fire Emblem Awakening, and this has the two main heroes. We've got Marth, and the reason I'm using the two fingers thing is because that even though this person is calling themselves Mark, that's not who it actually is. But for the sake of epic spoilers, I won't tell you who that person is in this video. Even though I did in the blog, I'm not going to say who it is in this video, just for the case of not spoiling for those that haven't either seen my blog or haven't played the game yet, or haven't played that far into the game. The game's a thing of beauty. I mean, you've got Spot Pass and you've got Street Pass, and speaking to the Streetpass thing, I am working on building a very powerful 10-person team for Streetpass, so that if you were to encounter my Streetpass team, you will be you might end up throwing your 3DS at the sidewalk in anger and frustration. I mean, the ability to pretty much use change seals to become virtually every class in the game. Well, I shouldn't say every class, but for pretty much every character, you can change to a variety of different classes, and that's where the class abilities come into play. I mean, you can take the Swordmaster's Astra and the hero class's Soul, put them together with like skills from other classes like like it's nobody's business, put them together, and pretty much became a super promoted class that pretty much mows down everything that moves. And right now, that's what I'm working on building in my popular Fire Emblem. And I'm just going to hold this up to the camera so you can see what the physical copy looks like for those that just got the digital download. There you go. You've got, okay, the words, oh, yeah, there you go. Nice. Gotta love auto adjust. You've got Chrome and you've got Marth right there on the cover there, and there you go. So now I'm going to zoom back out and pop this thing on my 3DS, and I'm going to show you a few minutes of my game file, which is a bit of a rare treat if you know what I mean. So there we go. And I did download the demo last month, and the thing was beautiful. I know you can't see the screen, but I know you heard that sound effect. So let me see if I can turn the screen brightness down a little bit, and there we go. Now you can see it. Yep, if you haven't played the demo, this is what you see when you're on the home screen. And yes, I might know I'm acting like a kid in a candy store. Unlike the past Fire Emblem games, for those that haven't played it yet, I know this is a bit of a tease, especially if you're waiting to get it from Amazon or some other online website. There is no, like, opening where you'd be able to, oh, that sounds beautiful, doesn't it? There is no opening where you'd see a preview of all the classes, because unlike in past Fire Emblem games, you can actually look at, like, there's actually, like, a class view mode, pretty much, for every character in the game, so there, I guess that negates the need to do that, more or less. Okay, since I've beaten the game, I can show you what's in the extras. Okay, so we've got Theater, which shows all 12 of the videos that you can play in the game, that are played during the game. And yes, I said 12 videos on this 2 GB game. And that's how much it is. That's how big it is if you were to download it from the eShop. So we're going to do another zoom in. And here's hoping my camera adjusts. There you go. I'm not going to show you the bottom because that would be epic spoilers, because Marth's true identity is revealed in one of the frames, so I'm not going to show that to you. There's a support log where you can see all the supports that you unlock as you go along. I beat the game. I beat the final boss of this game a couple minutes ago, and I've discovered that if you that each time you beat the game, any new supports that you create carry over. So that's I'd say that's pretty handy, especially if you whoops. Wait, let me see. Where is? Okay, that's odd. We'll just bear with you for 1 second. Who's the person that I just support? Oh wait, there he is. Yep. Okay, so each time you beat the game, any new supports that you pick up are added to the support library. So there's a support library so that you can view them anytime for supports C through A, or if you marry someone, C through S. Though it will definitely take you several playthroughs in order if you want to completely complete the support log, because there are a lot of folks out there that need marrying, if you know what I mean. You've got the unit gallery, which pretty much allows you to look at any character, and right now I think I've got 3 avatars. Yeah, I've got 3 avatars on my game right now. I've got the 2 I created myself, and then I got one that I picked up in a Streetpass the other day. One thing I've noticed very interestingly is, now that I'm looking at the support library again, is it only shows them as their technician or grandmaster class if you're looking at your avatar, which is a bit of annoying, especially seeing as in the case of my main file, you know, I'm not as a grandmaster right now. I'm a different class altogether, which for the sake of spoilers I will not name right now. Let me see. Okay, I think we'll go back and we'll go into my game file, which is all kinds of awesome. Okay, before I do that though, I will show you there we go. This is what my avatar stats are. I'm gonna hold this up to the camera so you guys can get a look at that. Don't worry about the top screen. And as you can see, virtually everything is maxed out. That character is a hero, and if you just give me 1 second, I'll show you what those icons next to the wife, child, and child thing mean. And for those of you that are playing through the game, Muriel starts over as a mage, but you can class change her obviously at your leisure. Morgan's gender depends on the gender of your avatar, so if your avatar is male, then your Morgan will always be female, and if your avatar is a female, Morgan will always be male. I think the Avatar and Chroma, they're also the only two party members that have 2 children. I'm not going to show you Chrome's children because that would be epic spoilers. And out of respect for those that haven't picked up the game yet, I'm not going to show you who they are. So what was I going to do here? Oh yeah. Actually, instead of doing that, let me pull up the skills menu so you guys can take a better look at my. Whoops. There we go, at my character skills. And this time I'm going to show you the top screen. And there we go. Come on. Okay, auto adjust is awesome. Whoops. There you go, you've got veteran. You've got. Okay, where's it? Oh, there we go. So you've got all kinds of awesome. Okay, auto adjust kick in. Okay, why isn't my camera auto adjust? Okay, there we go. Okay, fine, I'll just tell you because that's getting a little bit too complicated. The 5 that I've got currently equipped are Veteran, Ignis, Despoil, Astra, and Patience. And if you want to know more about those and you're sitting in front of a computer, go to serenusforest.net and you can look up each of those different skills. I've also picked up a bunch of skills from other classes. Like Ignis and Veteran are exclusive to the Tactician and Grandmaster classes, which are classes only the Avatar and Morgan can have. I've also got Avoid +10, Arms Thrift, which may allow you to use your weapon without expending a use. Gamble, which increases hit by 5, which reduces hit by 5 but grants crit +10. Wrath, which for those of you that have played Radiant Dawn might remember. Solidarity, Sword Fair, Axe Fair, Rally Spectrum, and Vantage. I do want to say something about the Rally skills. I mean, Rally Spectrum grants a +4 buff to all of stats for everybody within 3 spaces of you for 1 turn. Well, the other classes, so many of the other promoted classes do have a Rally buff that only applies to 1 specific stat. And by 1 turn, we're talking about your current active player turn as well as your the enemy turn. That constitutes 1 turn. So like you wouldn't be able to use Rally, and then it would last for the turn that you used it, and then the following turn, and then it expires after that following turn. A full turn is after you, the enemy, and if there are any NPCs, they go, and then the effect is gone. I do want to say something also about the fair, the fair skills like Axe Fair, Sword Fair, etc. You get a +5 buff to strength or magic by 5 if you're using a specific weapon that is using the name, like swords. You have to equip with swords, etc., and so on and so forth. And there you go. I'd say the skill to have if you are certain male characters is Despoil, and pretty much what the skill Despoil is a barbarian skill, and yes, you can actually play as the barbarian class as well as the villager class, which may surprise many of you. But then again, considering you have the opportunity to recruit a villager very early in the game, believing and seeing, pretty much. But anyway, Despoil, you get a small bullion, which you can just sell for 1,000 gold per kill. So pretty much, let's say that your character that has Despoil as one of their active skills either finishes off or takes out an enemy unit in 1 blow. Depending on your luck how high your luck is, or your percentage of luck, I'm not sure about the mathematics in terms of that. You will automatically get a small bullion which you can sell for 1,000 gold. Now, let's say that your character goes on a hot streak and just pretty much takes out everything on the map, you stand to rack up a lot of small bullions, which you can then sell for doing multiplying by 1,000 and rack up a lot of money for like buying new weapons or buying master seals or chain shields, etc. and so on. Now, the caveat for despoil is it only works if you initiate the attack on your turn, so it won't work if it's the enemy's turn and you destroy the enemy unit. It only works if it's during your turn and you initiate the attack. I'm not. I haven't seen it work if the character that has the skill is a support unit, but I don't think it'll work in that case either. But anyway, there you go. Let me see. Chrome can also be class changed. I mean, Chrome and his children are the only 3 characters. Again, I'm not going to say the name of his kids because that would be epic spoilers who get Aether. And for those of you that have played Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn may recognize that skill specifically. It's the skills Soul and Luna combined, which is all kinds of awesome. Pretty much breaking it down a bit. Let me see if I can pull up Soul and Luna separately. Let's see. I've got all the skills. Bear with me. All right. Okay. So what Luna does is it has enemy defense and resistance when attacking, and that's based on your skill. Yeah, on your skill level. And let me see if I can pull up Soul now. Okay, where is it? He should have it. Where is he? I have heroes, but not that many of them. Oh wait. Oh, for the love of cheese. Luckily, I have Serenus Forest opened up, so we'll open up the website. Okay, just sorry for the delay. I should have found it by now. Why my eye? Okay, there it is. Soul allows you to recover HP equal to half the damage you deal to an enemy. Another skill that does the same effect, now that I'm looking at Serenus Forest, is Life Taker, in which the user recovers half of their health, 50% HP after they defeat an enemy during the user's turn, which comes in handy because not all of the characters can become a hero. And by the way, to just echo what I said, in my review on WordPress, you want to class change. The time to class change or promote the time to promote is at level 10, because by then you will have learned both of the skills for that class. And the time to class change, if you're a promoted class, is level 15 to another class set. It's because by then you will have learned both of the skills for that particular class. And the ultimate goal, I would say, in that case, is to get yourself, right now at this point, is to get yourselves ready for the DLC and the Streetpass content to come. And believe me, once they come, you've got a lot of replay value ahead of you. I went a bit on a tangent there, and I didn't expect this video to end up being for as long as it has been. So there you go. By the way, for those of you that haven't seen my WordPress review, I gave this game a 10 out of 10. It's just all kinds of awesome sauce. I mean, Fire Emblem is just all kinds of awesome sauce. I mean, it's been 4 years since we've got a Fire Emblem in the US. And even though Fire Emblem Light and Shadow was released 3 years ago, it was only released in Japan, sadly. And hopefully this will show the strong sales that I've been seeing so far with Awakening will encourage Nintendo to release more of their games outside the US. And like many other fans of the Fire Emblem series, I'm still holding out hope that they will release Fire Emblem 6 Sword of Seals, which stars Roy, which by the way is the prequel. I mean the sequel to the game that came after it, Fire Emblem 7 Blazing Sword, in the US as either through eShop or as part of a bundle or something. I mean, everybody's been asking for it. But then again, considering people have been asking for Earthbound for years, and we still haven't gotten that on the Virtual Console, well, we'll have to wait and see, I guess. Anyway, guys, you guys take care, and I'll see you guys in another game review in the future, and you guys have fun.